Here we are, here we are, we back with another one. Here we are, here we are, we back with another one. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever this hits you, it's a timeless message. It's going to serve you well. Welcome in. My name is Deanna. I'm here as Mama. This is Mama Duality Rock Channel, Garden 13. Yes. We're starting off new, refreshed, and elevated. All right. So we're hitting and what serves us. We're tapping into what serves us. If you guys haven't been here, welcome. If you guys has already visited this channel on a regular basis, I'm glad to see you again. All right. So yesterday, I don't know if you tuned in. I will advise you to tune in because I kind of explained to you what we will be doing further from here. All right. So my plan is to tap into, give you guys a morning forecast for your day, for your week, depending on how the message flow, okay? Whatever spirit speaks to me, if it's that day, I will let you know. If it's for the week, I will actually also let you know. But I believe spirit is telling me to get on here every day to give you the forecast, all right? So, I talked about yesterday how we are going to restart a new blueprint here. We're still tapping into our priceless treasures where we examine, we investigate, and we oversee our messages. But what we added into was the astrology part and the psychological part, right? Psychology. So we're doing astrology and psychology, channeling, reading messages. That's the evolvation around here. So as we tap in, if you don't know what astrology is, astrology can be defined as the practice of reading, right? Reading through your movements, reading through different patterns, reading through decoding patterns, decoding messages, planets, and other celestial bodies, right? So I want to help you to correlate them in life here on Earth, okay? Through the cosmic views of our holistic health, our holistic viewing, and our interconnection holistically, right? So this is us in this ancient practice of for modern times. That's what we're doing here. We're tapping in our ancient practices. That's what astrology is. They used to use astrology in our ancient times to move, to locate, to rebrand, to furnish, to financially be structured, right? That's building foundations, that's building homes, that's building civilizations, that's building tribes, right? So that's what I'm going to be here doing through our readings, through our oracle messages here. We're going to be tapping into. So you're going to see me utilize different things around me, like for instance, my phone. I look through the charts throughout your day, and we're examining through that, right, to see where the planets are located and what speaks to us astrologically, right? So through these patterns, this is the rich and beauty. All right. So we want to go through these patterns, and I want to help you learn how to. These patterns are going to help you learn um, how to learn, plus how to come with a brighter understanding for yourself, right? More accurately, and more frequently. So I'm going to be here to help you put your steps further to help you drag your steps further into your future, right? And put you outside of the steps of others. So you're going to be on left while they're going to be right, while they are headed right to the right. If they're headed to the left, you're going to be headed to your right. So I'm here to unbranch your pathway, unbranch that trail that you need to walk towards, right? That balance scale, right? And who is that balance scale? The balance scale is that's that Libra. And we are now, and I think Uranus is transit into Libra. We'll see. We'll talk about it. But yeah, so I am an astrologist that taps into many areas. Your natal astrology is definitely what I do outside of this video, outside of, where we are now. So I help you identify your skills, your potentials, maybe motivate you in different areas. But what we're here to do on this forecast channel for today, and many other days. So I may be getting up in the morning time because that's what Spirit will lead me to. Forecast, news, morning. So this forecasting will allow you to have a glimpse into your future, right? It shows us which way the tides will flow. It also shows us, I'm going to be giving you my suggestion on things as well. That's why we're here. That's why you're here with the duality. In symbolic terms, right? In metaphysical terms, right? So I'm here to direct you on your right course, your right routine, right? Your right walkway. That's mostly fruitful for you. That's what we're here to do. So welcome, good morning. Like I said, music to your ears, it should be. If you haven't got your coffee or your tea, I would suggest that you get some right now. All right, so let's see where we are this morning on our charts. And then I have a little quote for you, a motivating quote. Okay, so let's go into so today is Thursday, the 3rd, right? Let's go into this birth chart and our transits. So we are in our Caesarean month, right? The beginning of the month. We're just transitioning out of the the Gemini. Yeah, the Gemini. Number 3. And it looks like Venus has also moved over as well, because we was in that transition of Venus, that love sign, that impulse in a way, but also principles in pleasure. That's what Venus stands for, principles in pleasure. So we're on that 4th house, right? So it looks like the natal Saturn is in trend. It's in trend with our moon, all right? So that's chaos entering into your home, your situation, because overall agendas. And this looks like it's misaligned priorities. So Saturn is going to help you. This Saturn is coming to help you structure that out. There's some form of boundaries that I'm seeing you will be putting in place. So it's saying that it's a good time to agree on some formal structures of your family members. Whatever family members hasn't been agreeable with you. If they tampering with your structure, if they're not in practice or pursuit of the way you lay things down, then I think you need to move them to the side. All right, there's no sharing agenda here, okay, on this whiteboard. You know how you share an agenda, you write down, let's share our thoughts. Let's write down how you feel, and it's right, and you over here, you write down how you feel, and let's share these things. We're not doing that anymore because you have felt like you have been drained and tired of that. There's some type of new brain capacity that you no longer indulge in. Your brain, I feel like you're someone who's holding who's holding their thoughts, their brain capacity away from others. So you're feeling like you there's no more talk. There's no more conversations. Maybe there's some type of surface level conversation that has happening with you and your family members, and you're and that's very formal and very structured. So I'm feeling like this is some type of traditional. Something's going on. Maybe you're leaving a traditional way behind because this is that 78 degrees orbiting. Yes. So this is Saturn orbiting into the moon, right? So that's that nurturing principles. So you're finding more of the nurturingness in the response of how to nurture your responses in a formal, I think, an informal way. Formal is like comfortability, you know. I'm feeling like you're being pulled out of that. I feel like you're being pulled out of that. So this definitely needs to be applied as you're entering into this new situation here. Over full of agendas. You're tired of the agenda, okay? So as I see that, it also, I mean, literally right next to it is that natal moon in Gemini, and we came from that. We came from that. Remember, we were already in that third house. You feeling like things are have a quick or highly adaptable mind, fascinated with gossip, fascinated with that social exchange, and um, it's kind of a philosopher in a way. You know what I'm saying? You know, having favorable guests and excellent attractiveness with teachers and you, but you're that's that brave house. You're being sensitive in many areas too, right? So we're coming from that, and I feel like you have gained the sensitive nature and the interest of your history. So there's, I feel like someone may be a writer. You may have been writing lately. Um, Maybe some type of journalist, poet here. Maybe you're writing poetry. And then on the outer contrast, the natal Jupiter opposition into what is this? It's oppositioning into Jupiter. And with that Jupiter, it's like it expands like your principles, right? Your principles and what you're looking forth to. So it's orbiting out of from 5.818 degrees. So separating. This is transitioning, is separating. So I feel like your confidence is becoming more easily in tuned, and you would be it's telling you to be confident, but do not take more than you can chew, more than you can handle, right? Trusting is all about trusting your better judgment here. So when you're making bold decisions, Spirit is saying you need to trust your better judgment here. That will be very much important. Very much important. And then we step into the natal Uranus into Libra, right? That's that seventh house. That's that independence. So you're feeling like you should be feeling like you're moving further into your independence. Okay? Strong in your imagination, strong in your intuition here. Yes. So you're enjoying yourself. And it looks like you're going to be bringing people, places, things that's um, to your tailored. You're going to be bringing that back together in a way. Not immediately, but you have some type of open mind here towards others, especially when it comes to like concerns. You have that open mind. People can um, lead into your direction, and you lead them into their direction, right? So you're very sociable. You give out differences, a different type of approach, whether it's a social situation here, or whether it's some type of negotiation here. But you're an excellent planner. You're definitely an excellent planner, and you might feel like there's some type of very weak spots here in your influence, but it's positioning you. So this Uranus is now, um, it's going to move you into like a transpersonal energy. And this is actually your generational ancestors as well that's coming forth, because you're very genuine, you're very kind and loving over time, warm hearted. I'm seeing someone who's very sociable and very rebel as well. Very warm hearted. You warm hearted. Warm people have very rebel actions. They're not really normalized, right? Very intuitive, but not really normalized. So their behaviors, their routines offend people needs for intelligent and centric things. So you're eccentric. Others may see you as initially as complicated, um, or difficult, but you're genuinely kind. You are genuinely kindness and loving winner here. So I see you winning, baby. I see you winning regardless of anything that steps in your way, that steps in your direction. No doubt in that. No doubt in that. So you will be coming out winning from a test that's lying ahead of you. You will be coming out winning that's for a test that's lying ahead of you. So you always got stuff all over. And I can't help it. Because me and my knowledge, we coexist. You feel me? We coexist. These frequencies of communications is where I lay at. You know what I mean? Ah, yes. Laying here and lying here to me. So we tapped into that fourth house, right? That's the overall. That's the love. That's the career. That's your moods, right? And like I said, you're coming out with a win from any test that lies ahead of you. And though others sometimes bring you down, you shouldn't pay attention to their biting words, right? It doesn't intrigue you at all. So it's that crab mentality that's going on here. In this Caesarean energy, you're going to be experiencing that crab mentality, right? Sticking you, stinging you, wanting to chase after you, all right? But I'm feeling like you are that makes them hinder yourself. I want you to know that. They hinder themselves when they chase you. And they think they could come into your space and sting you and take you out of somewhere. They can't. So they feeling like they're tapping into you by hindering your process. No hindering process over here, but you have enough fortitude, right? You have enough fortitude inside of you to resist this temptation, right? To resist to win, I heard. You have enough fortitude inside of you to resist to win. So remember to separate the constructive criticism that others have against you, but really pointing at themselves, right? They have unfair accusations going on here about you, but really with themselves. These are false accusations based on their emotions. Based on their emotions, right? So your new perspective that you are going to be coming in with is going to be very unique, right? So it's very important for you to start counting that, demanding that, and depending on that. The daily number of today is, I'm feeling like it's 4, right? So your 4th house. So we're in the energy of your 4th house. So I hope that resonated with you. You got some kind of insight on the astrology chart and what our planets is speaking to you at this time for this day, right? I hope that served you well. So let's let's get some type of, let's see what the moon speaks. Let's go into the moon oracle cards and see what sign is spoken of today. What our moon speaks this morning. Popped right out, baby. It popped right out. So it looks like we are void of course moon. This is the void of the course moon. Okay, and then we have the full moon in Sagittarius. The full moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is full moon. That's the cups of, yeah, Caesareans. Cancer Caesareans. Okay, the full moon in Pisces. The full moon in Pisces. And then we have the new moon in Leo. The new moon in Leo. It looks like you're avoiding something and you're looking at a bigger picture here. Maybe the bigger picture here is you balancing your spirituality and your practicality out in a much balancing way. But I know for sure that confidence is always the key. Confidence is always the key here. Yeah, confidence is always the key. I'm definitely seeing a water sign here. I'm seeing a new moon in Leo. So this is keys to your success, right? This is keys to your success. And when we're in that Pisces, I think since we're in that 4th house, the Pisces is a house of water, right? And it's helping you to fulfill your music areas, the areas of music. It's helping you to bring some sense of inner peace. Perhaps music and art, perhaps music and family are part of your inheritance. And then at the bottom we have you and your loved ones are safe. So if you're feeling like there's an attack on your home, if there's attack on your family, Spirit is directing the message to you today, letting you know that you are protected, covered, and you will be safe from your ancestors. You have been safe from your ancestors, but there's more protection coming in here on the new moon of Cancer. The new moon in Cancer. So it's definitely just speaking like it's making this fourth house. You're going to be reaching this cozier nest. Okay, this cozier nest for you. Um, More of security, more of protection here when that new moon in Cancer came out. So you can now start to create your. I feel like you're going to be starting to create some type of family foundation here. Some type of need for yourself is coming up. Something may have hit you. I'm sorry, guys. I have my window open, so you might during out the morning. There's a lot of truck. There's businesses moving around. There's all type of stuff on Thursday that goes on here. But I'm feeling like you need to start expecting for your powerfulness to change. You need to start expecting for your powerfulness to up, to rise, to rise. Okay. I don't really want to go. I'm gonna go into the Aquarium deck, tarot deck this morning. Yeah, so this is if your home and your place, a placement for your safety energy that's going on here. Ooh, no. Yes, the Temperance. The Temperance. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. The Ten of Wands. Wow. This is looking good. This is definitely looking good for you. It's definitely looking good for you. You're releasing some type of burdens coming on here. And then we have the Nine of Pearls. 999. It's the frequency. 999 is your frequency here. 9, 10, 9. But 9 plus 1 equals 10, right? So this is a whole new frequency that you're entering to. So, and then we have the Four of Swords. So you're recovering from something. Maybe you're stepping more into your independence. You're releasing maybe some high burdens that you was kept you in concern, kept you in that place of uncertainty. But you knew you can tap into some type of fortitude here. So you've removed something, and you it's like a gate that literally separates you from another world. But your equilibrium is divinely guided. So you're coming into some type of guidance here. A higher you, a higher demand, a higher purpose. You may be feeling like you haven't been getting a lot of rest, or maybe you're falling to sleep, or maybe it's agitating you and you don't know how to really describe this feeling, but you're feeling restless more than anything now, and Spirit is saying you are recalibrating. You're being retransit. it's like a transformation that you're going through mentally, physically, and emotionally. So your body is being uplifted to be more balanced in your spiritual world, right? In the unseen world and in the physical world. So this is the balance between your spirituality and the practicality of your life, of your energy, of your expansion, of your success. So this is definitely keys being dropped into your hands. The Ace of Swords, the Seven of Cups. So I'm feeling like there's some type of clarity, some type of truth coming in for you during these Seven of Cups. Choices that you may have have to make or may have made, but it's very intuitive. So look more into your intuition here. Let it lead you, not emotionally, but intuitively. Okay, this will help you bring more of a calmer approach to a calmer choice, to a visional choice. And these choices is going to help you lead you more into the opportunity. It's because you avoided something, some type of situation where was avoided during this course. Maybe this course of this full moon as it was transitioning into the new moon of Leo, the new moon of Cancer. So maybe last month or between the full moon of Pisces, March, you started feeling like you were swimming through many areas, but you were not balanced. You were feeling like you were more destructive than anything, not really coping well with a coping mechanism, but you used a coping mechanism, not really coping well, but it was a coping mechanism you used. I'm smelling fire, so maybe you were a smoker, maybe you barbecued, maybe you sat outside in a pit at nighttime when the sun went down and the moon came out for you to illuminate into some type of situation, into your center coreness. This right here is your personal planet. So maybe in your personal life, there's some type of correlation here that you're trying to get an instinctive response out of. But I know that Venus, Mars, Mercury, the moon sign, they personal planets, okay? And that Uranus and Neptune and Pluto planets, they are collective planets more closer to your personal energy and more towards your generational energy. So this is your ancestors with them type planets. And as Sagittarius, that's connected. That's the non. That's the fire, right? That's the non. The nons I was telling you about. So you may be someone who is a Sag right now, and the cups of Cancerians, Caesareans. You're good with setting boundaries, and you love to live in this luxury fabric, luxury, fabulous living lifestyle. Maybe you've been doing that for a while and living really unbalanced, but now you're looking forward to being more balanced. Mhm. Mhm. This Sagittarius, okay, so it's ruled by Jupiter. That's the number nine, right? That's that fire. That's that archer, right? But Sagittarius is like a multicultural element, it characterizes your family. So maybe this is some type of family foundation that you're really like stepping and being structured on, with the open door to your atmosphere, to your spirituality atmosphere. Maybe there's some type of coming from making a larger family. You are someone who have a larger family here. You're trying to like get it in order, consistent with the signs around you. Maybe you're a spiritualist here, and not everyone around you really is in tune, but you are a united person. You want to see other people win. So maybe you're bringing some type of awareness around your family home, your loved ones. But I'm feeling like you're definitely tapping more into the ancestral history, because that's what speaks during this Pluto area energy. Yes, this is some type of lineage here, some type of ancestral lineage here. Maybe some type of heritage that you're going to be receiving. You're tapping into. Maybe this just stirred up. Maybe there was another course that you were leading down, and because of this type of business, this type of opportunity, this type of direction, it it made you wake up. It made you wake up. It let you know during this new moon, this Leo energy, there's success that speaks. You're very there's success that speaks. Okay, and then we have the Queen of Cups. So this is definitely a divine feminine energy here. A diviner that's very tender-hearted, intuitive, and you carry some type of clairvoyance here. So your senses is heightened. Your sensories is heightened. Hmm, that's beautiful. Okay, and then we're gonna take a last one. Yeah, so this is some type of self control. You're entering into some type of self control with the chariot here. This is action. This is determination. This is self control that you will be taking over here. So the things that you avoided, the things that you have not been balancing, it's now coming into a circle of its own, looking more brighter, right? So these are the ties that's flowing knowing these elements: fire, earth, water, and air as well. Water and air, yes. So, yes, you're definitely coming into your own during this bigger picture here. All right. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this content and this message, I would definitely like for you to hit the subscribe button so you can get updates on how we're tuning in, how it's flowing, and the message. All right. I love that you were here. Thank you for stopping by. Until next time, okay? Namaste, peace, love, and harmony.